guys, welcome to another episode of Battle Rap Street Team. And unfortunately, today again we are covering Papoose, but this is on a different type of thing. Okay, you already know part one and part two, so those are really talking about the receipts that happened between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Clarissa. This is more so about Papoose. Okay, now I don't know about you, but there's been some things that just keeps coming up differently about what's been going on with this situation that I've been noticing. And there's two things in particular that I've noticed about this recent development between Pat and Remy. First off, battle rap itself. And when I figured out this first revelation that came to me when I was watching something, it made me start thinking, like, did battle rap cap for Pat? And the reason why I say that is because Easy, the Black Captain, did a live with Three Letterman, right? And he did a whole interview with Three Letterman. Three Letterman asked him about everything, right? And according to Easy the Black Captain, everybody in Battle Rap knew that Remy Ma and Easy the Black Captain was together. Now the rest of us didn't know, but everyone else knew. Again, remember, Easy said that they've been together about 2, maybe 3 years. I'll say about 2. Let's just go a little bit over 2 years, right? So my question then is, what was all the hoopla about within battle rap when this shit exploded? And the only thing I could think of is that certain people was on code to make it bigger than what it was, to make it look away. You help create a false narrative to the public by feeding battle rappers in my company stories and paying for info. So let's talk. Remember the part when Easy went live that day when Remy set the nuclear bomb off on everybody's Twitter and Instagram and everything, right? And Easy said that they wasn't together for about 2 years. They've been separated. They've been separated, right? He kept saying, I didn't cheat. She didn't cheat. They've been separated, right?
Newsflash. The nigga knew a few months before our battle hit me and holler.
Fast forward. Remember the post, or not even fast forward. Let's go back. Remember, he was saying that because he was responding to what Pap's post was about, showing the Christmas picture, saying that, I didn't hit him because he slept with my wife. I hit him because he shook my hand. Then he slept with my wife. Well, Easy said in that previous live of his that he did on his own that, hey, I only met him once, right? We didn't know each other. I shook your hand at the Hitman Holla event, right? That's when him, Easy, the Black Captain, and Hitman Holla was at the Chrome 23 event because they were headlining it, right? And yes, Papoose was there. He was at that Chrome 23 anniversary event. As a matter of fact, he dapped up Fat Joe, who was also there.
Come on. Papa's girl in the building, man. Papoose in the building. What's good, man?
So Easy's not lying about that part. Strangely, and also Three Letterman on his interview, fast forward to the interview real quick, Three Letterman even asked him, why didn't y'all take any pictures? He said, because I'm not that type of dude. I'm not going to take pictures. So I don't know this dude like that, right?
That's the shaking comment. The shaking comment that he made. You say what
about what happened?
He shook his hand and you messed with his.
I mean, that's still listen. That happened at one of the events. That was the only time I ever seen him. You know what I'm saying? In my life, that was the only time I ever seen him in my life. He came over. He put his hand out. If I don't shake his hand, it look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I shook his hand. We didn't take no pictures or nothing together. We
Did you
ain't
ever stay with me right there with the pictures? The fact that you guys never took pictures, was it that kind of obvious also? Niggas never took
I mean, no, it's just that I'm not, as much as a nigga want to say I'm grimy, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. But what I feel like what it is I don't owe this nigga nothing. I don't know him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know people making it seem like I know him, but all that shit is lies. All that shit is lies. And, that's it.
Right. So again, we're talking timelines. Remember on part 2, I was telling you how the timeline that we thought everything broke off was during the grudge match, as if Pat just found out that this guy was getting too close to Remy. He was trying to protect his love and all of that stuff, right? But when we listened to Easy and the receipts that was coming out, it showed that Pat knew way ahead of time. Not only did Pat know, though, when Easy did the interview with 3 Letterman, and of course, you know, we got receipts, so we're showing everything. He said, look, Battle Rap knew. It's like they knew already. They knew for 2 years. So you mean to tell me everybody in Battle Rap knew but Pat?
Going into this battle. Because a lot of things has transpired since the announcement, to now.
I mean, a lot of shit really didn't transpire. What really transpired? We gonna talk about Rem? Y'all niggas already knew that. Let's keep it $1. Come on, niggas. Like, I mean, this is the thing when it come to me, right? It's like I watch it. You know, we watch the public outrage and we be like, oh my God, battle rap, the outside world, I can accept it a little bit more, right? Because some of that was still speculation.
Okay.
Right? Me and Rem be in battle rap though. We be at events together. We be niggas know how we carry it. You dig what I'm saying? Like that. So for a battle rapper to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know. It's like, I don't buy that shit. You know what I mean? We're not about to do that. So what did you know besides the shit that I'm saying that's not true and y'all feel like it's true? If that's the case, I can't make niggas say it's true. So it's just like that. But other than that is niggas ain't, I mean,
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, right? So what it shows is that this has been going on for a while, and whatever type of arrangements that Papoose and Remy was trying to do, or one was trying to do and the other wasn't adhering to, it blew up this way for a reason, okay? Again, it goes back to noticing how it was the deliberate timeline of trying to show as if Easy was trying to move in on Pap's wife, unbeknownst to Pap, and he just found out, and now he just found out that Remy was cheating and all of this. It made it look away. Pap been knowing about this for a couple of years. Pap's been doing his own thing as well. As a matter of fact, if you go to different blog sites that's been talking about it, they've been saying this for a minute. You know, Pap and Remy, from the outside of things, it looked like they, were together, but they weren't. So Battle Rap knew that. Easy knew that. The only people who really didn't know was like their closest, or maybe not their closest friends, but maybe their closest friend, because Joe didn't know.
I can't make it up. I'm at dinner last night. I'm not gonna go into deep. I don't really know. How about that?
Right.
One thing I don't know is that my sister never tells me her personal relationship business. But what I know is I left y'all last night. We went to Brooklyn Chop House. She treated 10 grown men to dinner. And I woke up in the morning and then my phone was going crazy. And they was like, yo, look what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck?
How do you manage that between your bro and your sis?
I don't even know how to manage that. Well, yeah, this is a hard situation because of him, she made me love him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I really love him. You know what I'm saying? That's my goddaughter's father. It's a whole bunch of, I'm like I try to tell you, I'm old school morals and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like with me, it's like, damn, like I'm the godfather. These people pass away, I raised the baby. I don't like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of that shit. What I can't do is stop it or have it that, like they won't listen to me.
Right. You have a history of mediating a lot of beefs between a lot of people.
I might have mediated beef for a long time. Now that shit is gone.
I'm saying, like,
that shit off the rocker.
We know you for not getting in the middle, but being in the middle and being, all right, y'all stop.
You know, it's a different type of thing. When you got a husband, first of all, from the first time she ever asked me for advice, I said, listen, it's different. You have this your husband. Nobody come to my house tell my wife shit. You know what I'm saying? This your husband. I can't get in the middle of that. That's y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Joe, like, all I know that they came, so because she kept her friends out of her married business, which I understand that. So that's one thing. Now let's talk about something else. You know how the algorithm is on YouTube, right? When things get messy, YouTube start making you go down memory lane on certain things, okay? For instance, the whole Drake and Kendrick beef. Next thing I know, I was getting all kinds of old videos that I seen on Drake and Kendrick a while back, right? YouTube has a messy broad syndrome, okay? So, you start seeing certain things, certain clips that you haven't seen in years and what have you. Well, during this debacle, right, with Remy and Pap and Easy, all of a sudden, I'm getting these videos that I haven't seen in years. Now, this is early YouTube, like 16 years ago. This when YouTube was the Wild Wild West, okay? YouTube isn't like that now. You think YouTube is wild now, but YouTube and Twitter was completely Wild Wild West. It was everything that was shown on there. And this is when YouTube was still kind of free too, right? So in that, it started showing where Pat had gotten into certain situations with other people. Why am I bringing this up? Again, let's go back to that Christmas post. Remember that part where he said he knocked him out and he did this and he did that? And Easy's being so adamant about he didn't knock me out. Yeah, he snuck me. He hit me 2 times. He snuck me, but he did not knock me out. And again, I showed you that video on part 2 where the battle rap journalist or battle rap blogger was saying, hey, I already spoke to the only other battle rapper that was there outside of Easy, outside of Remy. It was another battle rapper named Yoshi G. She was the only one that was back there. She saw everything, and she even said Easy didn't get knocked out.
The lie is more entertaining than the truth. So you don't really have to, it don't matter what you say, bro. I spoke to Yoshi a long time ago. She told me that he did not get knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that whole narrative of him in a fetal position, no, I don't believe that it happened because the person that was in the room told me no. Now, did he slump over? Did he hold his head? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get hit, you might lean over a little bit. Is that you know what I'm saying? It's a lean or whatever. Or it's you know what I'm saying? If somebody sneak you. Are you crawled up in a fetal position on the floor? No. I never have ran with that story that Easy was knocked out. That's not what I heard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard from people that don't like Easy, people like Hustle and all these other people that had an agenda against him. But no, that's not what I heard happen. But Easy, you don't have to defend that, bro.
Right. But Pap is holding on to this, and everybody who was not there was holding on to this as well. Which leads me to 2 things. One, Remy did make a post saying how Pat was paying to get information. I'm thinking, maybe in a way there was some pay to play or spread rumors too, maybe. I don't know. I'm just talking. Again, speculation. This is just speculation, right? And also, another thing about that, as far as him knocking out Easy, it paralleled another situation. Who do you ask? Uncle Murder. Now, for those of y'all who are not familiar with Uncle Murder is the one that you heard Mad Skills, and he still does do the wrap-up. Uncle Murder does the wrap-up too. He's part of 50 Cent's crew back in the day. He's still there and everything like that. He's also from Brooklyn, okay? Him and Pap had an issue. And I'm going to play the video, but I just want to give you the background of what happened. Him and Pap had an issue, right? Something went on with certain people and certain things that's in the background that led to an issue between Uncle Murder and Pap, okay? Pap did a video saying how he was Barry Bonds that day. He, Barry Bonds this and Barry Bonds that and what he did and everything.
The benefits, man, so man, the streets is a buzz with your new song, man. Sounds like you going after the dude, man. Is this the situation? No, yeah.
It speak for itself, man. The who shot your joint speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? They heard it. The streets heard what it was. They know what it is.
All right, so Pat, man, we watching the internet, seen some bad things, man. How you feel about that situation, man? Who brought that move to you, man?
I mean, you know, it's like I said earlier, it spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can see through that little sucker shit.
I mean, it was rumored that you chased the man down the street with the bat. All this stuff was edited out. You know,
like I said, man, keep street shit, keep industry shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who know Papoose, y'all know I bring pure talent to this game, man. You know what I'm saying? So all the gimmicks and the publicity stunts, that shit ain't really effective, man. Cause my shit is consistent and my shit is official. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no gimmicks, man. You know what I'm saying? I played a little baseball that day though, you know? You know what I'm saying? I played a little, I got my Barry Bonds on, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to show y'all when I got my Barry Bonds on. You know what I'm saying? They want to show y'all a little sucker shit. But I got my Barry Bonds on, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, Papoose aka Barry Bonds, man, you know what I'm saying? On some G shit, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to however it gotta go down, it goes down official. Whenever it comes to Thugger, man. Thuggercation, shout out to my nigga K Slay. Shout out to the whole nation of Thuggercation, man. The movement is effective. The movement is...
Well, then Uncle Murder came up the next day, dropped the video showing that there was no marks on him. Ain't nothing happened to him. He's lying, and everything. So they was basically showing that Pat was lying.
Murder, what's it gonna be, man?
What's going on, baby boy?
I'm hearing a lot of shit in the street. Niggas talking about they got Uncle Murder or something like that.
Come on, man. I'm hearing into a whole bunch of email blasts and all this computer. I'm not with that internet thug shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hearing niggas supposed to say Uncle Murder got knocked out. Niggas two-piece me. Niggas robbed me. Niggas dragged me down the block and all this. Come on, niggas chased me 6 blocks and all that. Come on, stop playing, man. I smoke cigarettes. I can't even run motherfucking 6 blocks. You understand what I'm saying? Stop playing. I'm looking good. Do it look like a nigga laid a motherfucking... Do it look like anything happened to me? Now, I was in a little situation where it was a couple of dudes. They probably was about 15, you know, 10 deep, 15, 20 niggas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was with one of my homegirls, Medina, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, they a little deep. You know, I was by myself. With Medina, I was with Medina, promoter. You can ask her too. She'll verify the story. You understand what I'm saying? Handling me on the red carpet doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't even supposed to be doing no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? By myself, but I did it anyway. You understand? Because that's just how I do. So I'm walking out the motherfucking club, man. I walked through these niggas. You know, I walked through all of them. I had nowhere else to go but to walk through them. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm walking through these niggas, man. When I finally get to the end, I guess a nigga gathered up enough courage to try to swing on me. A nigga tried to swing. Nigga got his Floyd Mayweather on. Come on, fuck out of here with that shit. Nigga tried to swing on me. Nigga ain't lay a finger on me, man. I weaved that shit. I ran a little bit down the block. I turned around like, all right, what's up, ass niggas? Niggas start running towards me. I ran in the middle of the street. I gripped up because they was deep. A couple more niggas ran. When I ran in the middle of the street, a couple more niggas ran over. I gripped up like I had that motherfucking thing. No bullshit, man. I ain't even had my thing on me, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's real talk. I'm gonna let you know. I gripped up and act like I had my motherfucking thing on me. These niggas ran the other motherfucking way, man. You heard? And I ran my motherfucking way, man. I was by myself. Let me tell you something now. If my niggas is 10, 15 deep and they see a nigga that we got a problem with, you understand what I'm saying? They would not be on this motherfucking camera right now talking to you like this. A nigga would be looking crazy. You understand what I'm saying? For real. So nothing happened to me. And I'm letting you know this. Nothing. Shout out to Wendy Williams too. She let it be known. You heard Wendy talk about it on her show. If you didn't, I'm letting you know. She was on the radio and all that. She had peoples that was there. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And they know what happened. They seen the motherfucker try to swing. They seen Uncle Murder weave it. They seen Uncle Murder run for a minute, turn around, and grip up on that motherfucking thing and take it the other motherfucking way. Niggas ran off and I ran off. Fuck out of here, man.
I see you still got the jewels on and all that shit.
Come on, man. If a nigga knock me out, a nigga not gonna knock me out and take my jewels too? Come on, be for real. Or a nigga snuffed me up and didn't take my jewels and all that? Be for real. No, I'm just not with the games and all that. So I'm just clearing it up. I'm not trying to be nobody publicist right now. I guess that Brooklyn record got...
The situation, outnumbered,
Yeah, because first it was some lies about me, and the funny thing is it was supposed to have been tapes and shit. Like, that's why it was so funny to me when I seen the YouTube shit, because it was a situation where I was by myself and whatever. A nigga tried to make a move on me, nothing happened, not a scratch on my face. That's why I came on the YouTube the next day. Shouldn't even did that corny shit, but came to let people know nothing happened, so I came to clear that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Let people know nothing. I posted got done dirty, nothing happened. Motherfuckers was trying to run with that shit, saying it was video footage of that shit. Never no footage came out of that bullshit. A couple months later, you see footage of this nigga situation. Punched in the motherfucking face, running on his man, this shit swinging on poles. I know that he get dropped from his label, so shit looking bad, and then like Uncle Murder, I'm big.
Okay, so now you could go by, either one. You could say, well, no, Pat wouldn't lie. Uncle Murder would be da-da-da. However you want to do it. But Uncle Murder showed his face and everything and showed that there is no marks on him, right? So who do you believe? Well, there's another person at play that explained the story as well. And they said that, hey, we told Pat not to say that because it didn't happen. And when they showed the video, you can't find any of these videos anymore. You used to be able to find all the videos. You can't find any of these videos anymore. But he said, basically, Pat lied about that. And everybody around at that time was like, Pat lied about that, right?
That's what I was.
I begged him, don't do that. He did not listen to his counselors.
Back then, it was that he swung on him or something like that. That's what was on the DVDs.
Yeah, you acting like just like with the same shit with the Uncle Murder situation. You saying shit like, yo, I hit him with the bat, I hit him with the bat. Where did you ain't hit nobody with no bat that we saw? They edited the video. Yeah, they must have did a lot of editing. Because
that was the first one. There was a second time that Pap said that he went swinging and hitting the person, and he whooped him and everything else. He beat him up, right? And that second person had to come out and say, no, that's not how it happened. Not only did that person have to come out and say that, several people that was in that same venue where it all happened came out also and was like, it didn't happen like that. And Pat was actually the one, him and his mans got beat up and everything like that. Who was that person? And I hate to bring up old beefs like this because, Remy and Joe had squashed it, but it was Fat Joe.
About that dude, I'm not thinking about him. The dude is on the dude was on promo tour. He went around the country screaming my name. You know what I mean? Did me a big favor. Thank you. You know what I mean? People already know who Papoose was before I punched him in his face. So it doesn't really make or break my career. But next time he'll think before he underestimates somebody. You know what I'm saying? As far as where it stands now, I don't really care. Like, it's up to him. I'm not thinking about him. He's not a threat to me. He's not the least bit intimidating. He's not a hot artist. He's trash, you know what I mean? So he's not really in my mind. Lyrically, he's not on my level. This is hip hop. Lyrically, I feel like I annihilated him on that track already. First verse, I always do that. I warm up. Second verse, I go for the juggler, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, you know what I mean? 50 Cent office is across the street from Madison Square Garden. Fat Joe had a problem with 50 Cent. He likes to go around the problem, and for some reason he thought that he could come at me sideways, like I was going to be some kind of scapegoat. But I stood tall like I'm supposed to. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We don't back down to nobody. I gave him the opportunity to shoot me a fair one, to fight me one-on-one in front of 9 of his bodyguards, and he refused. He came to me, he asked me a question, do I have a problem? I responded, do you want to make it a problem? He asked me the same stupid question. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, do you have a problem with me? Yeah, 2-piece. Yeah, I was out there doing the show, you know what I mean? We was on the venue with, on the bill with a couple other artists, you know what I mean? Myself, Cassidy, and all them. Gucci Mane wasn't there when it happened. He's fabricating, running around, talking about Gucci Mane was there, Cassidy. Like, this dude's changing the story about 50 times already. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happened if you look at the pattern of what goes on. This is what happened when you run around here and try to portray like you some kind of bully. Anytime a bully gets beat up, what they do? Running around crying and whining. So that's why he all over the internet and all over the country running his mouth. Papoose is this. When is the last time you played a Papoose? Like, I'm laughing at this dude. Like, when is the last time you bought a Fat Joe album?
It happened in Cassidy ironically, now we're talking about Cassidy too. Now, it happened in Cassidy's room, right? So the background to that, Cassidy, Papoose, and Fat Joe all had a show in North Carolina. So apparently Papoose and Cassidy was on the same floor. So Cassidy told Pat, come through, because this was his first time really talking to him. They seen each other in passing, dapped each other up, hey, hey, that's it. But this was his first time, Cassidy's first time really talking to Papoose, right? But Cassidy was real cool with Joe, but he didn't know their situation, okay? And he didn't know that their beef stemmed between, about Joe and Remy Ma and how it furthered that situation with Pat jumping in it and everything, right? So somebody told Joe that Pap was in the hotel and he was over there. He was at the first floor. He started knocking on the doors until he got to Cassidy's room. Now Cassidy already had about 40 people in that room, okay? Pap had a couple of his people there, and Joe probably had about 4 people there. It's based off of what was said in the scenario, right? Again, Pap said that he beat up Joe and he did this and that and that and this, right? Joe had to come on radio. It's like, that's not how it happened. We was wailing on him, and he said it wasn't a group of us, it was only 4 of us. He had his people there. A lot of the people that was already there, 40 people, was already there from Cassidy's room. They was already in there. So it wasn't that Fat Joe came with a big group of people, right? So now, this is the thing between Fat Joe and Pat. Fat Joe do have a tendency to tell grand stories, right? So you have to sift through which is true and which part ain't, right? However, another guy, the same guy, actually talked about how Pat told him the same situation that he learned, and he was like, yeah, Joe even told him that he couldn't find his watch because Pap's watch was gone. After Pap got hit, he spent 20 minutes talking to Joe outside. How it started was Joe asked me, yo, do we got a problem? And apparently the way Joe approached Pat may have not liked the way he asked, so because he didn't want to be like, no, we ain't got a problem. Sometimes the way people approach you, it sets you a certain way. So Pat was like, do you want it to be a problem? Okay. So everything went to hell after that. There was a fight that ensued, what have you. End up, Papoose's watch got took.
All right, cool. Jackpot, I got a show in North Carolina. I'm eating dinner. They come up and they tell me, yo, Papoose is downstairs in the first floor. There's Yo Gotti is there, the rapper. Gucci Man is there. Cassidy is there. And there's 40 people there. 40, the real story's going to come out. There was 40 people there. I knock on room 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 110. The door opens. There's 30 people in the room. Sweets, girls, everybody smoking blunts. Cassidy's there, Papoose there. I walk in with 3 dudes. 3 dudes, I walk up in there. I'm on promo tour. I walk in there with 3 dudes. When I get in there, I don't know when I walk in that door, Papoose got 30 dudes with him. I walk up in there, I ask him, what's poppin', homie? What's good? Do you have a problem with me? I'll tell you the truth, I was hoping he would have said no, and I would have went back upstairs to eat my dinner. So he's, yo, what you're saying? He's running around the room, jumping over. You know what they got hotel rooms, Envy, when you're on the road, they got the little kitchen in there? Mm-hmm. He jumps over the wall and traps himself in the corner, right? So I go up in there, I say, yo, Papoose, do we have a problem, homie? He says, well, you want it to be a problem? At that point, he caught what we call the beats, right? His man's jump in the way. His DJ, did he tell you his DJ is in the hospital still? His man jumps in the way, got 2-piece Bloody Mary. His whole face is ripped up, right? His man, he got some real good human shields. His other man, who's his best friend, his lip looked like an 18-wheeler tire when we was done with that boy. When they finally had enough, Papoose never threw a punch. He's crouched down. I felt so sorry for this boy, Miss Jones. I gave him the beats. I was telling him, you better respect me. This is the beats. I felt so sorry for this boy right here. I let him go, and I'm mad that I let him go. I felt sorry for this guy. Papoose, he's like, oh, you know, running out the room. He caught a couple of snuffs on the way out, too. Boom, we walk out the room, so I'm walking out. Papoose is, Joe, can I talk to you, man? Please, can I talk to you, Joe? Please, can I talk to you? Please, please. Please, can I talk to you? I'm like, all right, I come down the hall. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? Again, Papoose, this is abuse. If you put me lined up next to Papoose, this is abuse. The fact that anyone in New York City would entertain the fact that Papoose, the dude is on the internet now for getting punched in his face doing a stripper dance on a pole by some other dudes a month ago. Then they beat his man down to death, and he's standing there looking at them beating up his man. This guy here, Snuff Fat Joe Crack, the realest rapper ever rap in history? That's what you're telling me? I spoke to him. I asked him 40 times, Miss Jones, but let me know, do you want to apply? I said, Papoose, there's only 3 of us here, Papoose.
Joey, let me ask you something.
Listen, don't run back. He called me, begged me to come down there to talk to him. And he ain't tell you that he lost his watch.
He did say that.
All right, he told you that.
He
so
said
he's
that.
Begging me, so he's begging me, yo, can I get my watch back? I don't got your watch, Papoose.
He didn't say that.
He's begging me. I'm telling you the truth. He's begging me. You know what the problem is, Miss Jones? That before we report these media takeouts and gossip stuff and stuff like that, we should check up with everybody to find out what's right and what's wrong. What's the story? Why don't you call Yo Gotti? I'm sure MD knows Gucci Man. You know the guy who busts his guns? Gucci Man, the realest rapper for ATL, who shoots people all the time? Call him so he could tell you. Call 40 other people that were there who seen it. This is such a shame. This is such a...
When Fat Joe took that shit off his waist, his coward ass, man.
Where that happened?
Fronting. All you had to do for Fat Joe said, do we have a problem? Because if you remember, he up there with 50 Cent after the shit happened when he went to Max B. 50 told about Joe, he laughed. Oh, kiki, acting like doing all this shit with 50 when Fat Joe is staticky with 50. So Fat Joe went to ask him like a real nigga, because I'll be around you. Yo, do we got a problem?
If you talk about Joe asked Pap, do we got a problem?
That's all Joe said when he came in a hotel room. All Pap had to do was say, yo, Joe, no, we don't have no issue. Joe say that shit all the time. That's the God honest truth.
Right.
Then Pap, and then after all this shit happened, he worried now because the chain, he had to come back and tell me and all that, looking like a little sad puppy again. So I'm like, yo, listen, man.
So
Joe said he's not gonna say nothing about that shit.
Hold on, Flip. So when he asked him, is it a problem? Pap responded, we can make it a problem.
Yeah. Do you want a problem?
Do you want a problem?
Yeah, basically, do you want a problem? So now niggas, Fat Joe Mans is like, know what I mean? And this shit almost got spooky because, this white vid talk. Some nigga tried to hold Pap down, like, yo, ain't nothing happening to Papoose. Clink. Fat Joe, terror squad. Clink, 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 clink. Fat Joe like, chill, man. None of that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Son hosted that thing. Slow down, Turbo.
Right.
You just a snail with a motor on his back. You shitting me and shitting yourself. That's the question. Now back to the beginning. Do you want to make it a problem? And then you strapped out. When the guns came out, you ain't even back out and got niggas head bust. That's the type of nigga he is, man.
So how they get the pistol from him?
By going upside his head. After he didn't want to stand down and say he have a problem. And then he had a gun on his waist. Because when the guns came out, nobody knew he had a gun because his never came out.
Starting to see a pattern.
A pattern.
I'm starting to see a pattern with Fat Joe. I'm starting to believe everything he's saying.
Listen, man, Terror Squad, man, it's official, man.
He been telling these stories.
I fuck with them. I fuck with Pistol Pete, man. That's my man, man. Like, for real, man. I know Percy in them. Like, them nigga, like, it's they keep it regular, man.
Made it
like
to the DVDs or like that.
From that place.
That never made it to the DVD.
Fat Joe wasn't not going to address the issue. He wasn't going to. He was having a problem with Rem. Pap wanted to be superhero. He told him he wasn't going to say nothing. Pap on the front like he snuffed Joe, beat him up, had a black guy posting false narratives and doing all this shit and got himself exposed.
Hold on, that's what I was.
I begged him don't do that. He did not listen to his counselors.
Back then, It was that he swung on him or something like that. That's what was on the DVDs.
Yeah, you acting like just like with the same shit with the Uncle Murder situation. You saying shit like, yo, I hit him with the bat, I hit him with the bat. Where did you ain't hit nobody with no bat that we saw? They edited the video. Yeah, they must have did a lot of editing. Because boy, I told that nigga, do not say that shit. Do not do that. You gonna still do the shit. Me and Moose both told him, do not do that shit with Joe. Do not do it. You still do this shit anyway. You know what I mean? But they forgave him, you know what I mean? He in the loop. He's son now.
Right? Okay. In that situation, from what all accounts, everybody that talked about it, even those who don't like Joe, even said that Pat got beat. Pat was the one who lost that fight. So why am I saying this? Because when you go back to the Uncle Murder thing, Uncle Murder even said himself, if everybody would have whooped me, you mean to tell me they beat me up to the ground, and didn't nobody take my jewelry or nothing, because he had all his jewelry and all that stuff on and everything like that. Now, let's talk about Uncle Murder. He did lie about getting shot in the head and what have you. You have to find all this stuff out. Honey, it's been so long ago. But it was funny how YouTube was showing these algorithms and showing these videos. The algorithm was just hitting. And it got me thinking about the parallel of Easy story and Uncle Murder story. Because Easy was saying, hey, Papoose never hit me, right? He kept saying that, well, not that he didn't hit him. He said Papoose never knocked him out, right? So did Uncle Murder. But you know the big mistake between Easy and Uncle Murder? Easy didn't go live the next day. Uncle Murder dropped a video, let you know, oh, all that shit is a lie. Easy didn't go live. So the state of events, the timeline of the events, him not going live, him not returning until about a couple of weeks later, it led everybody to believe like, nah, Pap knocked you out. And Pap can ride on that because Easy never showed his face for 2 weeks, trying to respect the situation that was going on. So that's why Easy fell away, because he's like, it really did not happen that way, right? So this isn't about all of the other receipts, but it's just showing me there's a pattern going on here. And this is not to beat up on Pat either, by the way. But you want to blame YouTube for the messiness that they're showing. But it does bring to cause of maybe Easy is telling the truth. Maybe Easy is really saying, hey, nothing happened. Remy came out and said nothing happened to the point of Pat knocking out Easy. He snuck in and snuck out. And by all accounts, and of course, like I said, the videos that you've seen, by all accounts, it shows that he does those type of things. The videos that I got, this is people who did the hard work on these videos. Make sure you go and like and share and subscribe. They got a lot of history in these videos and what have you, these channels. So make sure you check them out. But this was kind of short. I just wanted to, bring those two things in full circle about how people are really treating Remy versus Pat. And I get it, because you guys are so, you hold on to the thought like he held her down, and many men don't do that. If that's the only thing you have to measure any man by, well, he held her down, then you're missing a lot. Okay, you're missing a lot. Something happened in their relationship. It's not our business until they want it to be our business, which of course we'll know because the Twitter line will be upset again. But what I will say is that if you have a person that has a history of not telling the complete truth on certain fights, and people can verify what exactly happened, those who were there and those who were told what happened, and they're 100% verifiable, then what else do you do? Like I said, the one big mistake Easy did, which makes the timeline and makes the situation seems factual and in Pap's favor, is because Easy never went live. He never went live. But this was the same scenario, or in context of what happened with Pap and Uncle Murder. Okay? I just want you guys to really just sit with that for a second. Sit with that for a second. And if you guys don't know who Uncle Murder is, look him up. You'll see the same thing that I saw. I remember this because I grew up around this time, and it was a big deal. See, this is when beef was actually beef. That shit that y'all be talking about, Kendrick and Drake, no, that was wax. These folks got it in. They seen each other and they fought in the streets. They was not playing. It was serious. You okay? It was so serious between Pap and Uncle Murder that DJ, God rest his soul, DJ K Slay had to come in there and end it. Okay? I just want you guys to know. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Check us out later. We do have some reactions to some new battle rap battles that had dropped. These are some very good battles. Chrome just did they just dropped one too with the new ladies that they have on their tournaments. You want to check them out. It was Molly Baby versus Kiwi Sweet, I want to say. Well, you'll know later because I have a reaction to that as well. But you guys have a good one. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also comment. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you remember those particular fights with Uncle Murder and, oh gosh, it was so, back in them days, it was Uncle Murder and Pap, and then it was Pap who didn't like Jay-Z. It was a situation where Pap came at Kendrick because of the, the control verse. Then you had, everybody was beefing with everybody back then. 50 was beefing with everybody too. I mean, while y'all was talking about East Coast and West Coast, the East Coast was just battling by their damn self as well. So it was so much. But guys, you have a great day. Happy New Year if I don't see you. And enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, y'all. This is Battlerap Street Team. Bye.